Hello, good morning and welcome. I'm actually in the office today. Um, and just before we start today, I'd like to just have a quick look. The DXY, which is the US dollar against a basket of other currencies. We've had this long downwards trend. Now, the commitment of traders was fairly bullish last week. It'd be interesting to see what it's like this week. It is coming down now onto fairly strong support. It's had a really fairly steep fall here. It's coming down onto support. Um, Considering the fall, the Mexican peso stood up quite well against it. So if there's a rebound in the dollar, that could well take off. We're at the bottom on the RSI. We've just turned around a little bit because we've got a green candle on the bottom. But this support is weekly turning point, also daily turning point. But I'm just wondering if this is going to hold and we're going to see a turnaround in the dollar. Also, we had yesterday quite a fall, quite a big candle on the S&P 500. That should make anybody who's got stock at that point there, up there at overbought, uh, fairly jittery. And we've seen actually a little bit of a red candle this morning. So I'm um, I'm ever hopeful that this is going to crash. The only thing that brought it back from the brink yesterday was a rally, I believe, in the Nasdaq. But a lot of the other stock just fell, so the S&P was falling. So anyway, if that falls, it'll give us power to the yen, and we'll see an improvement in my Euro JPY trade. So there we go. I just thought I'd start with those before we do anything else and move on to the Australian dollar, US dollar. It's looking like it's about done at the moment. I'm not quite sure. Uh, we're 2 to 1 short on the commitment of traders. We've got a new report out tonight, which I will never mention again the whole of this recording. But there is the commitment of traders out tonight at about 9 o'clock, 9:30 GMT. So I'm hanging fire till then. We've just come up and we've touched the 69.1 and we've sort of bounced off it a little bit. We haven't gone through the trend line. I am being overcautious because I haven't got a lot of money to play with at the moment. But same again with the AUD JPY. Really, I should have gone into this yesterday. I was looking perhaps for it to get up to the 86.70 mark. But it does look like it's having a little bit of a fall back, but it might just make it. We've got a 4 to 1 short on the commitment of traders divergence. The euro dollar, glad to see a nice red candle on that this morning. It's gone up against the resistance at the top at 11450. I just didn't know when this was going to turn. I'm a bit suspicious of it. I will. It's dropped below the 69.1. I think I'll give it the day and look at the commitment of traders before I make my mind up. Euro JPY, same thing. We've got a nice red candle on that this morning. I did get another position in at the top, so we're looking for obviously this to come down to here, break the close the gap. So that's going to be a good trade for us. Pound Australian dollar. Yeah, we could even put a trend line on this. This is nicely going up for us. I've got a small trading at the bottom and another small trading up here. So, I'm expecting this to go up to the 1.76 recent highs. Should be a nice trade. The pound is obviously long on the commitment of traders, and the Australian dollar short. Then we've got the New Zealand dollar, Japanese yen. Commitment of traders, obviously, short the New Zealand dollar, long the Japanese yen. A divergence of 7.3. We've got a small trade in. I'm looking to put a bit more in. Really, I ought to put my resistance in. Yeah, recent highs. Yeah, okay. That is a daily resistance. And if we go on to the weekly, yeah, weekly turning points back here. Yeah, that's fairly stiff resistance there. So we'll just wait and see if we get up there. I've already got a small trade in, but I would like to get a bit more on that because it's got a very high divergence. Silver, I've kind of missed the top. I'm a little bit overcommitted at the moment. So had I not been so, maybe I'd have got back in at the mid Bollinger Band. But I expected this to go up a bit more, to be quite honest. So I am gonna hang fire a little bit. If it goes up a bit more, I might get in. Oil, this is going up. I don't know how much further it's going to go. It might just get to 50. We will see. Every day is a surprise for me with oil. It just it's having a little bit of a correction here. I'm going to wait and see how it gets over this this resistance here. Depending how long it takes. If it goes straight through it, then it's going up a lot more. It's had a little bit of a stumble, but not much over this resistance here. So we'll just leave that and see what happens. No point getting into it at this stage. New Zealand dollar, US dollar. This seems to be coming to a turn. It might go up. This is fairly heavy resistance above. I've got two small trades down here. If it goes up a bit more, I might get into it a little bit heavier. Put a decent trade in. USD CAD. Well, yeah, I got this wrong. This has shorted. The commitment of traders was correct. I just take my hat off to it. I'm actually waiting for the commitment of traders to give me a turning point, and I will go in with a fairly decent trade long. Euro GBP, this is nice red candle for us this morning. It's got a long way to go down. This is my target down here. We've sort of bobbled around on the top. Might bobble around a little bit for a couple of days, but this, as far as I'm concerned, it's turning. It's coming back down. The divergence on the commitment of traders is 3-1 short, and so we'll get on with that. Pound New Zealand dollar. I'm obviously long it. I've got two trades on, one here, one that I put on a long time ago here. This is quite a cheap trade, so the swaps aren't killing me. The divergence on the commitments of traders is 6-4 6.4 to 1 long. Get my teeth in. So we are expecting this to follow on through, and there is a lot of pips to be taken up here. There are so many good trades on at the moment. It is unbelievable. US dollar, Japanese yen hasn't really done much last week. We are expecting strength in the yen. If that S&P or the Nasdaq or the Dow, if that all crashes down, there will be strength in the yen. Not my favorite trade. I think the Euro Japanese yen has got far more downside to it. I know with the Draghi speech, that's caught a lot of people, including myself, out badly this week. But hey ho, dust yourself off and get back in. the USD Mexican peso. Yeah, we've had actually a couple of green candles on this. Now, this shows weakness in the peso because the dollar's been going down and the USD peso has been going up. So if the dollar turns round, this is going to have a fantastic upside to it, uh, in my humble opinion. So I'm just waiting to get back in there. We've bounced off this support here. We'll see how it goes, but there is a lot of mileage in this pair. Okay, well, thank you for watching. This is my last large free video. The For a full video, you have to go now to the Members Centre. I will be increasing the pairs that I'm covering in the Members Centre, and I'll just be doing popular pairs that I'll be doing every day for free. So hopefully one or two of you will subscribe, and we'll see what we can do for the rest of the month. Okay, thank you. Cheers. Bye now.